Hello everyone, welcome back to Storekeeper Said. So I have the best video for you ever. So what if when you saw a vacation ad put on by the state, it was actually truthful? Well, welcome to the Come Vacation in Maui. Come vacation in Hawaii. You want to stop at the island of Maui. Here you can do lots of wind sailing and surfboarding and swimming in the beautiful ocean. You will never see water like this, and water sports are such a big part of the culture here in Maui.
32-year-old man was reported to have been washed out in rough conditions Monday after jumping from an area known as Cliff House in Kapalua. Crews searched by air, land, and sea. So far, there's been no sign of the missing man.
Ignore the reports of the locals not having the aloha spirit. All of that is just social media rumors. Come on to Maui, we welcome you. Mayor Bisson is an imposing figure who intends to cut all of the services to the locals by 5%, including homeless people, children, and the elders. Oh, yes, what you're looking at right now, that's just a small town that burned from a wildfire due to climate change, and don't believe anything else. So please just avoid this area and all the people who are basically, I think it's like 16,000 who are technically homeless, and you can stay in their hotel rooms. On your drive to the Haleakala lookout area and state park, what you're going to see is a bunch of land that was basically taken from the locals 150 years ago. So this beautiful grazeland that the local people could be using to secure their food is owned by one family, the Baldwin family. Every year, locals are threatened, harassed, and have their water taken away from their local ancestral land so more tourists can come to Maui. Now, when you get off the beaten path, you'll find these amazing small local farms that will let you tour, most of them for free. So while you're there, take a look at the natural fauna and the flora. Just remember, on the soles of your shoes, you literally could be tracking a fungus that is killing the native flora and fauna all over Maui. Most of the vehicles you see on the roads in Maui are from tourists, and gas is so expensive, you guys. Be expecting to pay around $5 a gallon.
It's called Paia, with a fine collection of shops, art galleries featuring Maui artists, restaurants with a wide variety of cuisines and price ranges, sandy beaches lined with tropical coconut trees.
And no worries, we stopped the locals from riding their horses on the beaches so you don't have to worry about the manure anymore. And yes, we have great places for you to come and shop. It's all overpriced. And most of the stuff we tell you is locally made is imported from China. But no worries, we took the stickers made in China off of it. Now you can stop at the town center. We don't mind you coming in, though we're not going to tell you the truth, and we're not going to share with you what the real problems in Maui happen to be. That people can no longer afford to live on the island of their ancestors. And that has to do with gentrification and a bunch of hippies moving in. So, welcome to Maui. Please enjoy your stay.
Thick and relaxed community with that live and let live attitude of freedom and tolerance. Nearly all of Maui is open for tourism, except those areas around Lahaina that were affected by that tragic fire on the west side. Paia is on the north shore of Maui, often visited while driving that road to Hana, on an island that has many other visitor attractions, with Paia being one of the finest. It's such a small town, it's only got one hotel, the Paia Inn, with just 15 rooms, located right in the middle of town.
And no worries, everyone. We have done a great job hiding our homeless problem from you.
The legislation to allow homeless people to sleep in their cars on Maui County property passed its first hearing Friday. The author, Councilmember Yukilei Sigamora, says this will serve as a safe zone for the growing amount of people becoming homeless.
If this bill passes as is, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., or such hours designated by the department, there will be an open gate for entrance and exit, or more gates depending on the location.
Sugamora says homelessness on Maui increased by more than 18% in the past year.
Thanks to California and Washington State, we get more and more homeless every single year.
Sometimes I feel no matter how hard you try, there's always a barrier here in Hawaii.
Native Hawaiians are being priced out of Hawaii.
No way could I afford to even live here, just me alone. And that's the sad part of it. We can't afford to be here.
Hawaii is the most expensive state to live in the U.S., and out-of-state buyers continue to turn housing units into vacation rentals or second homes. As tourists flock to the state's resorts, golf courses, and beaches, local residents are facing a housing affordability crisis.
They want $1 million for places. This is Maui. It's not like you can drive to another island.
Indigenous peoples of Hawaii like to grow taro. Unfortunately for them, it takes too much water. So what we've been doing mainly here as the state, we take control of the water and we make sure you, the tourists, get the most of it. So no worries. If the indigenous peoples can't grow their native foods, we'll just give them food stamps. So bring your family to Maui. No worries about the increasing suicide rate from the natives and the indigenous and the locals. Just stay in the area zoned for tourism. And welcome to the most beautiful place on earth. I hope you can appreciate the satire used throughout this video, as we touched on the real issues facing the people of Maui. The cost of living, the cost of food, the cost of gas, the lack of water for the indigenous and locals, and their land being stolen by one family. So I hope that you take this video to heart. I hope you did laugh a little, because it's just, if they would show the truth behind what Maui was really going through, instead of putting up these commercials, come to Maui, the most magical, beautiful place in the world. If they would show you the truth of what the people deal with daily. 100,000 visitors a day during their peak season for tourism on an island that small. The lack of resources for the elderly, the children, and the homeless. The amount of people being priced out of being able to afford to live on an island that they can trace their roots back 10 generations, all so that people like you and like me could go to Maui. God bless you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with someone that's thinking about taking a vacation in Maui.